guys, it's the Page Turners with Maureen here, and I'm here to do a book review on Angelfall by Suzanne E. Now, I know this video is up a bit late, and it was in my August to be read pile. If you've seen that video, which I'll link down below, I have finished all the books that I'm supposed to read in August, but I'm just been really busy and haven't had time to actually record a video and put it up, so my reviews are going to be kind of late in September. But I have started to read my September book list, which I'll be reviewing soon. Anyway, so a quick synopsis of the book. Before I say anything about this book is so good. It's been 6 weeks since the angels' apocalypse, and they've descended to demolish the modern world. Street gangs rule the day while fear and superstition rule the night. When warrior angels fly away with a helpless, wheelchair-bound girl, her older sister, Penray, goes out to look for her. She does anything to get her back. Raffi, or Angel Raphael, is a warrior angel, but his wings were kind of brutally sliced off by his enemies. He lies broken and wingless in the streets of San Francisco, but he finds himself rescued by the same helpless, half-starved teenage girl, Penrain, whose sister has been taken away by the very same angels who sliced off his wings. But he finds himself rescued by the same helpless, half-starved teenage girl, Penrain, whose sister has been taken away by the very same angels who sliced off his wings. So together they make a pact to rely on each other for survival. She will follow him everywhere to get her sisters back because he knows the place that the angels have taken her sister, so she follows him to get her back. He needs her in order for him to survive in Angels, and as a way for saying thank you for basically saving his life about 2 or 3 times. Also, he needs to go to the very same place as Penrain needs to in order to get his wings somehow stitched on his back and be made whole again. Anyway, so the review of the book, as I said in the beginning, I really like this book. This book is so good. Seriously, if you haven't read this book, you really need to read this book. I recommend it so much. The characters, Penrain is the main girl, and Penrain is the main girl, and she's, do you know what, I'm really loving this kind of kick-ass, very strong, very willful and very clever female characters. And the reason why I like Penrain so much is she's not like, there's nothing special about her. It's not like Helen from Starcrossed, where she's a demigod, hence why she's really strong and why she's really pretty and so on. But yeah, there's nothing special about Penrain, but she's strong. She uses the basic instincts. Sorry about the noise, silly building work. She uses the basic survival instincts in order to kind of take care of her and her family. Her sister's wheelchair-bound, her mother is half crazy, her father deserts her, so everything falls on this half-starved teenage girl, and for that she's totally adorable, likeable, that you love her, and for that you know she's likeable and you sympathize with her. And in this kind of alternative world where you have to kind of fight to live, it's a dog-eat-dog world, she does truly her best. The main guy, Raph, or Angel Raphael, I really like him. He's cocky, he's arrogant for an angel. He's moody, but he's really strong. And aside from the fighting that he does, you can see he's really strong anyway. But he's a closed-off angel. He doesn't reveal anything. He has this mask on. But you can tell underneath that mask there's a story behind him. There's a lot of hurt and emotions, and he's doing what he's supposed to do. But unfortunately, you make enemies on the way. But it's a relationship between Raph and Penrain that I really like. At first, they hate each other. I mean, there are so many instances, especially in the beginning, where they save each other, and it's like a debt they have to keep going, giving back and forth. But they hate each other. They find each other really annoying. I mean, she finds him he's an enemy. He's angels who've kind of taken over her world, and that's because of that she doesn't like him. He just thinks she's kind of useless human being who's just tagging along and is really annoying brat. But their relationship grows, and you can see that it's going to grow into something else. Even though he's not supposed to fall in love with humans, or daughters of man, as they call it, you can see that he is slowly falling in love. And him being an archangel, it's not helping at all. I mean, it's forbidden. But what I really like about this book is so original and so unique. It's not like any other angel-related books. I mean, it's not like any Hush Hush or Unearthly, where it's kind of the same old song and dance between the fight between fallen angels and Nephilims. And you know, what's different about this is that yes, they do have Nephilims in it, but Nephilims are not seen as kind of an innocent half angel, half human creature, people. Here, Nephilims are seen as total monsters. They're savages and they kill humans just to eat. They torment society. I thought that was a brilliant idea because it's so original and it just moves away from. What I like about this book is that it involves a lot of angel politics. Now, the angel Gabriel, who's the messenger of God, has been shot dead. And now there's kind of turmoil and chaos in the angel world where who's going to take Angel Gabriel's place. And there's a lot of people who want that position, but those people are also very corrupt and very bad. Want the position, but Raphael is also in that position because since he's the archangel and his followers see him as the best suited angel to take that position. Because of that, he makes enemies along the way, and that's why his wings are being cut off. But aside from that, politics element is really, really good. I mean, there's different factions. There's a politician. There's an angel who's a politician. I mean, come on. And it's just really interesting to see how decisions are made in the angel world, and it kind of reflects kind of real society and politics in a way. I mean, it's not that extreme, but yeah, it's really, really interesting. And I like all these kind of different factions, different groups, different reasons why different people are doing this, all because of politics, and all because people want to get that position of being the messenger of God. What I also find interesting is that Raph is agnostic. He's an agnostic angel. I mean, I just couldn't believe that. Penrain picked up on that and she's like, you know, but you're an angel, you're one of God's creatures. It's kind of interesting though. I like how Suzanne Collins twisted it, because there's a lot of agnostic human beings out there, even though we are made by God, we are created by God, if I'm making any sense. Anyway, but it's the ending that really, really got to me, and I thought it wasn't scary, but it was really, really creepy, and it reminded me so much of the film Centipede. I don't know if you've watched that, but that is some kind of like a stomach-churning film. I'm not going to give anything away, but we understand, we find the answer basically why angels are taking little children, just like Penrain's sister. And when it's revealed, the horror of that, it's just really, really horrible what they're doing to these little children. And I'm not going to give anything away, but it's gross basically, and it kind of adds up or why there are so many half-eaten bodies around the world. I mean, people thought it was Nephilims, but then other people thought it was little demons who have escaped from hell. Well, we find out the answers of what could possibly be the results. What also made me kind of freaked out is that towards the end, there are in this kind of large tanks full of liquid, half scorpion, half angel creatures-ish, and they're like folded into like a fetus position with an umbilical cord stuck to them that's connecting them to a young woman or a young man while they suck the life out of them, and their mouth is on their lips or breast or whatever, inserting venom in them so they stay paralyzed. I thought that was a really, really creepy addition, and it doesn't really develop that particular aspect in this book, but I'm very, very sure that she'll develop it in the other books. I really want to know why they've been created, who created them, what they're doing there, and is there going to be any more of them? I mean, are they creating a war? Are they creating an army? Who knows? But that was a really creepy addition. What happens at the end with the Raph though, that was so, so sad, and it just tugged at my heart, and it just did it for me, and I thought, oh my god, this book is amazing, but you feel so sorry for Raph after everything he's gone through, after helping Penrain, after trying to get his wings back on his back so he feels whole again, he feels like the archangel he's supposed to be. That happens to him, and I'm not going to give anything away, but it's just so, so horrible, and I knew he was going to be betrayed, and then it just made me want root for him to get the revenge that he so desperately needs to in the other books. By the way, there are going to be 5 books of this, so woohoo! But yeah, the other books, I really, really hope he gets the revenge on those people that did that to him. Oh, it made me so angry. Another part that I love this book, there are so many parts that I love about this book, but another part where along the journey Penrain and Raph stumble upon this resistance camp full of humans of a small army trying to fight back the angels, and there we meet the main leader called Obi, and all the girls kind of swoon after him. There's not much that's there, just to let me know that they are developing an army to fight back, which they do kind of hit attack towards the end of the Angel camp. But I think the second book, because Penguin does get shipped back to that camp to join their camp, I think something's going to happen between Obi and Penguin in the love department interest. There's nothing else that I can say about this book. There's so many aspects that I love about this book. That's why this review is kind of here and there. I mean, it's not really condensed because I didn't know where to start. This book, I've given it a 5 out of 5 stars. It totally deserves that rating, especially towards the ending. It's a really good book. I mean, it's kind of, I think it's the 4th in a young adult top bestsellers after the Hunger Games trilogy, which means a lot. But yeah, I mean, this book is just really awesome, and I recommend everyone to read this book, and I really hope they make a film out of it. That was a review of the book. Check out all the links down below, and I'll see you soon. Bye.